Hello and welcome to a combined week 4 and week 5 of play-ins recap. Uh, Once again, sorry that I've been a bit rubbish with these recaps, but hopefully you're enjoying that there's at least something still. Ooh, spoilers. Right, so week 4, let's have a look. So the end position at week 4, we can see on this one. Let's just zoom in a bit. How do I even do that? There we go. So at the end of week 4, I've got this up because I don't have a live, sorry, a picture of the leaderboard in game at that point. So at the end of week 4, Testidines are still the favourite on 310. I should have sorted these. So then it's Diogo Benito with 8 points. So a win in week 5, and if Testidines lose, could put Diogo Benito in first position. Similarly, if Testidines win and Onderlind, sorry, if Testidines lose and Onderlind wins, then that's also a position where uh, where Onderlind BBC might be in position for the playoff spot, and then everyone else is on 103, so they're not in contention, unfortunately. So, oh, hang on, let's have a look. So if there is potential also drawing, so if Testidines draw, then Diogo Benito with a win could equal them. I'm not sure if they've played yet. No, they drew as well, so it'll be on touchdown difference as well. I'm not sure what touchdown difference is. And on the Lind, oh, actually no, it's touchdown difference is the first tiebreaker, isn't it? So let's ignore that. It's just completely on touchdown difference, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a look at the matchup. So first of all, on the Lind, BBC managed a 3-0 win against the Nurgle. So the Nurgle got quite a few Kaz. They got 4 Kaz, but unfortunately their Mighty Blow Pestigore did die, which is very unfortunate, because you want to be able to get that Pestigore leveled up very quickly, so you can get a nice killer. The Nurgle Warrior did level up, which is nice. Probably going to get another block, I would imagine. And we can see the Max Spleen Ripper wasn't induced. And the other Pestigore got an MVP, so that's also nice. But they did lose their Mighty Blow Pestigore, which is definitely a shame. Meanwhile, Onderland BBC got a good spread of SPP across everyone. Lots of SPP end in there. Dead lineman and a minus AV wrestle dodge lineman. You probably still keep that wrestle dodge lineman, I would imagine, because wrestle and dodge is a very nice set of skills. I'd probably keep that at least for a little bit, but maybe not. It's probably a bit of a decision. Mice Blow Catcher leveled up. I would imagine that gets block unless they rolled something interesting. And yeah, so 3 touchdowns done from the High Elves, and they've putting them in a good position for the touchdown differential potential tiebreaker. And the team's still looking good. We'll have to see what that catcher level up to get. Okay, and then moving on, we've got Nocturnal Carnage versus Rex Lupus. So Nocturnal Carnage, unfortunately, they got an interception. Ooh, they got an interception. That's a bit rare, especially against a non necessarily passing team. They did have a dead beastman who was guard and got the MVP as well. So dead's ever MVP is a bit of a shame as well. But they've had plenty of Kaz SPP, as we can see, 1, 2, 1, 1. So plenty of Kaz SPP, and there's a touchdown on the Frenzy Beastman. So shame to lose the guard Beastman, but otherwise the team's still looking strong. Got a good amount of SPP from that game. Meanwhile, on the ooh, sorry about that. Let's just close that. Meanwhile, on the necromantic side of it, Rex Lupus, Broken Ribs, and Smashdown, I believe those are just all misnext games. So a couple of misnext games, both on the Ghoul and the White, will make things definitely tricky in their last game. And a Niggle on a Zombie who got MVP, which is not ideal, but they do have a lot of zombies, so they can afford to fire a few. And yeah, the team's still looking fairly strong. Obviously, not having this white or this ghoul is going to be really hard in the next game. And then finally, we have Testudines versus Diogo Benito. Was a draw. That's their yeah, Testudines' first non-win of of that play-in. So the Testudines have been doing really well. Not much to say SPP wise. They didn't manage to cause any CAS. Took a badly hurt and got an MVP on Dirty Player. Is probably the one line woman you don't want it to land on because you want the Dirty Player to not have another skill. So that is a little bit of a shame. But Blitzer got a touchdown and is within ooh, touchdown range of getting another level up. So that's something to look forward to in potentially in the next game. Orcs on the other hand didn't suffer any injuries as we were saying. The thrower is leveled up. Plus strength block. Maybe, I think if you roll a normal, it's potentially kick-off return because they do need that little bit of extra movement to help them. And so kick-off return can be really nice. Oh, they did cause one CAS on this blitzer. And MVP on this blitzer means this guy's within a touchdown range of leveling up as well. So yeah, looking good for the Orcs. Okay, and let's move on. So week 5. So we can see, well, we talked about the Testudines needed a win to be to secure their spot. If the Diogo Benito won and the Testudines lost, then Diogo Benito would go through, or potentially on the Lind BBC could go through as well. But if they drew, then they could only at most be going up against the Diogo Benito, and then it'll be on touchdown differential. But as we can see, the Diogo Benito drew and the Testudines drew, so that means the Testudines are through, even though on the Lind BBC did manage to take a win. They couldn't. That leaves the position at the end. So let's move this out for a second. So if we look at the leaderboard at the end, Testudines are 3-2-0 at the top. Robin F 1 point behind on 3-1-1, just missing out on the playoff spot. But I believe they do get a Challengers Cup ticket still. And then we get Carnate, Tojushi, Valdak, and Night Visitor in that order. Okay, so let's going back and have a look at these games in Rebel.net. Ooh. So let's have a look at Spanish Influencer versus Diogo Benito. So this time nobody dies on the end of the Nurgle. Water MVP, not ideal, but he is leveling up. You might want to get Dirty Player. There's a lot of things you can get with that. And also Pasticore leveling up by getting a completion. It's very nice. Yeah. Beast of Nurgle's getting close to leveling up again. Probably wants to take guard or something like that. And ooh, that was a touchdown on a Nurgle warrior. That's nice. Always nice to get some extra SVP on warriors. On the Orc side, a couple of badly hurts. Ooh, that thrower had rolled up plus agility as a level up. So that becomes a very nice thrower with plus strength and plus agility. Yeah, no level ups on the Orc side, but still in a great position. Their team's looking good for coming into next season. Or maybe they'll do take part in the off-season invitational. Who knows? Let's quickly have a look in game to see what happened with those Nurgle level ups. So where's the Nurgle team? Yep, Spanish Influencer. Got another Mighty Blow. Ooh, and the guard on the rotter. That's very nice. Nice to have guard on a rotter, just so that you've got a little bit of extra guard, because it's going to take a while before the Nurgle warriors or the Beast Nurgle have some guard as well. The more you have, the better it is. Okay. Then having another look. So Reclupus versus Testudines. So this was the important one for Mr. Leibniz. A win here put him through, but a draw was good enough, as it turns out, because the Orcs had already lost. Drawn. I wonder what happened, what order they were played in. So actually the Testudines already knew that they'd... Oh, hang on, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. They were played on the same date, so I'm not sure who played first. So it might have been that Diogo Benito had played first, and so the Testudines knew Oh, okay. I will probably be fine on a draw. Uh, Actually, no. If Diogo Benito had already drawn, then Testines know that a draw is fine. There's only on a loss that they could be potentially challenged by Underland BBC. Oh, actually, it says here, doesn't it? 17-12. If we look back at this one, 13-31. So actually, yes, Testines knew that they only had to play for a draw at that point. Uh, so they probably, I would imagine, played a bit more conservatively. They did pick up a niggle on Lineman, and second week in a row that the dirty player sags the MVP, so that's another level up on the dirty player, which is not ideal. But something like wrestle is still fine, because then you can stand back up once you've wrestled and foul them. Otherwise, the team's still looking pretty good. Uh, Thrower's got guard and is getting a little bit closer to maybe getting like a block, something like that. That'd be good. Showing about the niggle, you maybe keep that depending on the rest of the team. You might, like I know you're playing up against, you might want to keep. It might be more advantageous to have block than and a niggle rather than just not having block. We'll see. Necromantic team leveled up a werewolf, very nice, and a zombie randomly leveled up as well. MVP on the zombie is again not so great. Ooh, very nice. They induced a tackle white. That must have made a big difference against this. Because yeah, the tackle, the other Mighty Blow Guard tackle white being out for the game, and the ghoul being out for the game meant that they didn't have huge amounts to deal with all this dodge. So inducing the tackle white is very nice. Very nice idea indeed. I like that. Okay, let's have a quick look at the level ups. So going back into the game. So Testudines, they took Wrestle on the D30 player, which was unsurprising, and it looks like they have fired their niggle. I think that was just a mistakes game. So the niggle is gone. Looking at a very trim 1550 for 14 players and quite a lot of guard and things. So that's quite nice. And then where are we? Who was the other? Necromantic. Reclupus. Oh, plus strength of the werewolf. Very nice indeed. Um, and I think that's dirty player. Was that dirty player on the team already? Oh no, it's the wrestle that wasn't on the team previously. So wrestle on that zombie, which I think is fine. It's not great in terms of movement after you've been gone down, but it's good for just taking hits on the LOS and just being generally annoying. So I quite like that. But yeah, plus strength on the werewolf means this team is looking really nice for next season. Um, yeah, I don't think anyone would want to be facing up against a plus strength werewolf and a mighty blow werewolf. A few more skills and they'll start to really be devastating. If the mighty blow can get another double for piling on, then that would be a super team. It's a shame that the ghoul hasn't managed to be able to get any levels. I'm assuming this is a ghoul that's been replaced a couple of times. They do have enough money for another ghoul if they wanted, but they'd probably have to fire a couple of zombies because they're being a bit. 1600 is quite high team value for considering how many skills they've got. Okay, and then the last match. So played after the others when all that was on the line was the Challenger Cup ticket. So on the Lund, unfortunately, a dead catcher and two mistakes games is going to make things awkward. Yeah, the dead catcher. Actually, they do get a. Do they get an M&G clear before Challenger Cup? I don't know. I should know these things, but I don't. Blitz leveled up, which is nice, but yes, very unfortunate that the catcher died. It's going to take quite a while to replace. Oh, the Mighty Blow Black catcher got plus strength. That's very nice. And he's got a touchdown and 3 Kaz, so he's getting very close to getting another level up. I would imagine he gets blocked then, barring another crazy thing like a plus strength or another double or something. So yeah, still looking good. It is unfortunate to lose that catcher. Whoops. But still looking like a great team. And obviously they did quite well in getting the 4-1. Oh dear. The Chaos didn't have quite so nice a team. Nicer game with several players being badly hurt, and well, only 2 SPP beastmen being killed, so they're not too sad about that. This Mighty Blow Claw Block Warrior is getting very close to leveling, just needs another MVP. And yeah, still looking like a nice Chaos team, but obviously they are sort of one of those teams which, until you get to really high TV, it is a little bit inefficient in terms of T value, and without having any piling on yet as well, they are going to be finding it slightly harder to cause the mash removals that they need to win against some teams. But yeah, okay, so that is it. Oh, hang on, wait, no, we need to have a look at whatever Semenian Wertaniel leveled up to get, which we haven't seen yet. So Semenian Wertaniel has got Diving Tackle. Okay, so just another normal. You are a little bit sad when your blitzers roll completely normals. Though Blodge Tackle, Sidestep, Diving Tackle is pretty nice, but if you get another another normal after this, there isn't really much else that you want. Maybe Leap. But you start running out of good normals. So you really want either some Mighty Player or some Guard or a Stat. To start making them really nice. But this catcher is still really nice, even though it's got the minus movement plus strength and Mighty Blow is a keep any day of the week. And yeah, there we have it. So, oh, my bad. I was talking through that and forgot to change the screen, so there you can see it now. Oh, I'd like to say I can be bothered to edit that out, but I can't. Yep, so there we have it. At the end of the day, Chestedines go through to the playoffs, and I'll be interested to see how they do in the playoffs. And the High Elves are going to, I believe they're going through to the Challengers Cup. I'm pretty sure that the second place in Playins get Challengers Cup, but maybe third place too as well. I do not know. I'm not that up to date on Challengers Cup. But thank you everyone for watching. I'm sorry I was not as good on the recaps as I'd hoped. But that's just the nature of the strange times that we live in. Alright, well, yes, thank you for everyone watching. I hope you had a good season, and I will see you probably at some point if you're watching the playoffs.